Democrats' latest move? They put a taco truck outside the RNC headquarters. They gave out free tacos as a play on the latest zinger about tariffs. TACO is an acronym, stands for Trump always chickens out on his tariff threats. The DNC chair explained that Trump's tariff policies hurt everyday Americans, hurt small businesses. Trump always chickens out. We're just bringing the tacos to match. Here's what I don't get. Two things. One, if you think the tariffs are a mistake, why would you taunt to have them enforced, right? Isn't the point that he chickens out, meaning that he backs off? Do you actually want him to enforce the sky-high tariffs if you don't like them? It doesn't really make sense, but the point isn't to make sense. The point isn't to be productive. The point is to be pejorative. That's the game. Just a gotcha of one side versus the other. Opposition is all that matters. But there is a reason I would submit to you that the hate parade isn't drawing the crowd that the Democrats want. People want better. And the good news for them and for all of us is that there's a lot of opportunity for us to be better. Trump and this administration have struggled to create positive change thus far. They're fighting the right fights in many instances, the economic realities of the many instead of just the top few, keeping people safe from what and who wants to destroy America and its families. Criticism has its place, and there is plenty to work with. I'm not saying otherwise. You can say tariffs were overdone. They did cause short-term pain, maybe midterm pain. We'll see. But if you want to ask whether or not there's a risk, just ask small business owners. You can say that the budget bill adds to the deficit and still does too much for the top. Just ask real conservatives. That's what they're saying. Heck, even Trump's bestie says as much. Elon Musk, massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill that is a disgusting abomination. That's what he says. And even this administration's strongest issue to this point, immigration, hasn't played out as many wanted. Securing the border is a win. Illegal crossings are down. That's good for the administration. It's good for the country. But deportations have proven to be a wedge issue, as I suggested they would. Why? Rounding up bad hombres, no brainer. Everybody's in favor of that. Now, if they were to say our focus here is we're looking for extreme Islamists, other terror activity, organized crime like cartels, which we consider a terrorist organization, they'd have even better traction on the issue. But ICE is too often going after the wrong people in the wrong places and doing it the wrong way. Now, that is all fair criticism, but is criticism enough? No, not if you want the power to change things. I submit to you that stunts like this taco truck leave voters hungry for something more on the menu. And the polls say the same. 63% of us oppose the tariffs to this point. Remember, it's going to be about the deals. If he can't make things better, the tariffs are going to be a negative for him. But what do Americans also say? The GOP is the party with a better economic plan by a wide margin and growing. How do we know? Last year, the GOP had a 9-point lead on Democrats on which party has a better economic plan. Today, they have a 12-point advantage over the Democrats, despite all the confusion and pain that Trump's tariffs and his tactics have caused. Why? Because at least he's trying something, as opposed to just saying everything sucks. And remember, unlike the hype surrounding many culture issues, the pain is real, so people are desperate for you to do something in a position of power. 60% of us don't have enough saved for an unexpected emergency that costs $1,000. Think about that. $1,000 away from being desperate. We're too often surviving on credit with a high VIG, 10, 12, 15% or more. Insurance for your home, up. For your health, up. For your car, up. Pay is not keeping up with pricing. A starter home costs $1 million in over 200 of the biggest U.S. cities. College tuition has more than doubled in the last 20 years. A new car costs 60% more than it did a decade ago, and who knows what's going to happen with the tariffs. Credit card debt is so needed that it has tripled in the last 25 years. The middle class is getting pulled in two bad directions, okay? 1970s, 60% of us were in the middle class, okay? It was the bellwether of American fortitude. Today, only half are considered middle class. Why? Well, some became upper class, but most that are no longer in the middle class fell. And the gap between the rich and the struggling is bigger than ever. And this part here, the few, is growing very robustly. It's lopsided. That's why people are very interested in the president putting this on the table. What do we do to do more for the many? Now, you can argue about his solutions, but you got to have better ideas if you're going to go at his. So that's what we need, is a battle over solutions, not just salvos. And part of this problem is that people see inaction as a legitimate position, meaning opposition is enough. I'm going to stop you. And you know where we see that? The rescission bill that's coming. Look, it is overwhelmingly popular in this country to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. All right? If either side is seen like they don't want to do that with this rescission bill, it's going to look like they're just trying to stop progress. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.